Yes, it started as a very young age. I remember I was age of 10. I began by smoking cigarettes, and it graduated from cigarettes to marijuana. From marijuana now, I began to plant the ganja in my own parents' garden, and they never discovered. And from there now, it graduated. I began to supply in our school. And it got from worse and went from different levels to a place now where I got to class A drugs. Yes, now. No, now my parents tried everything, how to make me come out of this addiction. They took me to various places trying to help me, but they couldn't succeed. And I remember now they saw that I'm going to die here in Kenya because I got involved in many gangsters.
Right.
And I remember I got to different lives because without these drugs, they will make you do anything to get hold of the drugs. So they saw I'm gonna die here because some of my friends began to be beaten mob justice. And I remember it was 1995, they decided to take me from Kenya. And I remember now because they began to make the arrangements for me to leave the country because they saw I'm gonna die here in Kenya.
Right.
August 1995, they took me to London, UK. When I landed there, I saw I'm free at last.
Twende pole pole kidogo.
Yes, please.
Umekimbia sana. So all this time they've tried everything.
Everything, because my mind was affected. I had lost my mind. They took me to be checked and everything. The doctors couldn't know what to do with me because it was that dimension of addiction.
Right.
It was so bad, and they saw the best thing is to remove me from here to see if my life is gonna be changed.
Right.
Yes.
But question, and I think this is a question that every person who
Yes.
is deep into drugs, struggles with.
Yes.
Where were you getting money to feed the habit?
Yes, when I was here in Kenya, I was a mechanic.
All right.
So I would do all the hustling to get the money for drugs. Yes, and also stealing from my parents.
Right.
Yes, and there was something like I was filled with the demonic spirit because I could know where they have hidden the money. I could go even in the secret place where they have put the money. I would find the money, and I'll always get the money for drugs.
Right.
Yes. And now I began also stealing. Yeah, stealing from different neighborhood, taking things, even clothes which are left outside. I would go and skunk with them and get ganja. Yeah. So they saw my level has gone so high. They have to do something. I remember days I was beaten in Nairobi, arrested, and the blood everywhere. I almost died. So my mother prayed, and she saw the best thing is to remove me from this country.
Right.
The day I got into London, the first day, I met my friends that went ahead of me.
Right.
Yes, and this is where now, the first day we went to get ganja.
And by the time you were leaving Kenya, going to London,
Yes.
what were you thinking? I mean, they had hope that when you go there to study, you will be out of
Yes,
addiction.
that's right.
How about you? Were you hopeful that this will be an opportunity for you to change?
For me, it was an opportunity. I saw that I'm free at last. Like, I'm far from them. I can do anything I want.
Wow.
Yeah, in a different dimension. When I was here in Kenya, my father tried to beat me out of drugs, and I discovered you cannot beat a child out of addiction. You need to know something above, and you need to connect with somebody that has been delivered from such addiction.
Right.
So I remember my father tried to beat me to come out of addiction, but it was not working. It was not happening. So I remember now, the day came that I was leaving Kenya now. I was so happy that I'm free at last.
Right.
That day, my brother, I was hiding. I had already stolen from my pedra. I had already got all kind of drugs. And I remember as they were escorting me to the airport, I was waving everybody. Yeah, I was telling Kenya, bye-bye. I'm free at last. The day I landed, as I said, I had my friends who had left Kenya. They took me to Hackney where they buy skunk weed. I'm telling you, the first day in London, we were just listening to Bob Marley and Don Carlos music, saying I'm a Rasta man. And a Rasta man never die. And if he die, nobody know. And if they know, he never smell. I and I conquering a lion, a tribe of Judah. I never knew that this thing was a lie. It was a lie. So the first day we were getting higher and higher. We never slept. We were eating hunters. We were smoking marijuana. And I remember he told me, use all the money you have. In this country, they give you income support. There is something government is going to help you with. So every pocket money I had, we spent it. And I remember that was the beginning now of how they began to show me how to make money in London.
Right.
I remember I had to carry a carrier bag and enter into a shop. And all I needed to do, we were three of us. One of the guy is to talk to the shopkeeper, and the other one is to hold the bag open. And me, I was to put the things in the bag and take the bag and leave the shop. I already became a thief in London. And I remember now, professional shoplifter. I began to know how to use even foil bag, how to put the stuff inside the bag that the alarm will not detect it. In a level of addiction that I could not live without this drug. It got so bad.